Hi guys, welcome to my video of how to reroll like a boss in KONOSUBA Fantastic Days. If you are rerolling on your mobile phone or you're just looking for a too long don't want to read version, here it is. This is the tier list. You want to reroll for at least Mel and one of these guys. How to reroll is you go through the tutorial, click the mailbox, events, get all your stuff. Once you summon, if you don't like it, go to menu, profile, remove account, type in reset account, okay, done. You do not need to uninstall or reinstall a game at this point. So that's the too long didn't read version. And now here's the long version where I'm doing it with a computer. I'm doing it with at least 4+ emulator. In this scenario, I'll be using the LD player for my example. So first, go to your browser, go to this website, apkpeer.com, and type in KONOSUBA Fantastic Days. Download the APK itself, and then install it onto your emulator. Once you have that done, create as many emulators as you can. On your first run through, this will take a while because once you log in, it'll ask you to download the data. And once you're done, create another one and then download it again for as many times as you want. For me, in this demonstration, I'm using 8 emulators. I will list the stack of my computers afterwards at the end of the video if you're interested. So there's also, I'm gonna set this up a little bit so to make this as painless as possible. First, you want to use the synchronizer version. So click on the LD player. This is this symbol, the synchronizer. What it does is by clicking one emulator, it will also react onto all the other ones. So I don't have to go click, 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 click. Alright, so go start singing, and then now it'll, once I click it, all of them will respond at the same time. Next, you will want to set up what I call a macro, an operation recorder, which is this button right here. And then this guy will show up. What I want to do with this is to just repeatedly click a certain spot on the location, which I will show you afterwards. So okay, let's start our first run. This is the run where we'll set up all the necessary hotkeys. You can see here the R, the W, Q, and then all the necessary macros. So first, click on yes account. Yes. If this is your installing run, then it will load data and then ask you to download it as well, which will take a while. So for me, I've already downloaded it, so it'll save me probably like another 5 minutes per emulator. So once you're done, it will ask click to start. So click to start. Okay, so I'll skip. Okay. Skip again. Skip. Okay, so right now we are on to our first row, our first 10 rows. So click here. Right now this is the part where I would like to click start recording, and then I will click here, top right corner, and then I will start recording. So what this does is I'll create a new script that will just click one time on the top right corner. This will be very useful when you're doing runs for hours and hours. So go to setup, and then till manual stop, and then you could accelerate it. So if you didn't click stop in time like I did when I was explaining, I can speed it up 2 times or 3 times. So just go click, 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 click. All right, and then save. So I already did it right here. I named it KONOSUBA reroll. So what you do here is you click play, and then you see here, it will just keep click, click, click. Because every time when you summon in this game, it'll show you new adventures added. Afterwards, and then it'll show you got new costumes and stuff, and this is really painful if you keep just having to click it with your mouse or even with your keyboard. So with a macro, this will just keep clicking, clicking, and clicking, and clicking. As you can see, each one has different speed because depending on the units you draw, this will take different times. So what I usually do is I just let it run until it's all done. Now that it's all done, I will stop it. And here, we will set up our first hotkey. Click this button. We'll go into here, keyboard setting. You would want to, here, drag it out here. I'll do one here. Like for example, you drag it here, and then you can type whatever key you want. So for me, I use W for here. Alright. Save. And then now if I press W while I have this emulator active, next step, you go close, player name. So here is where I actually do a little shortcut where I save the phrase reset account onto my copy and paste. So Control C and Control V. If this is your first time, I would type in reset account, and then sorry, let me do that again. So I would actually type in reset account, and then on my keyboard I would go Shift Home to select all, and then I click Control C for copy. Okay, so now that I have it copied, every time I want to type in something, I go Control V, it will type reset account, and I can do it as many times as I want every time I click Control V. So with the player name, you're only allowed 7 characters, so even if I have all that typed in, it will go reset AC as the name. You can change it later for free, so don't worry too much about it. I use reset AC so I don't have to type in any letters every time I want. Click OK. And then here, next. Skip. Notice how I didn't use any of my E and Q hotkeys as of now because I'm waiting for this part. This is the part where you have account information, and notice the cross is slightly higher than your normal skip button. That is why I would usually set up my Q to just enough that I could click it with my Q. Okay, so then now every time I press Q, it will do the cross, and it will do other crosses on the top right. Q, just to save myself some time, because in the long run it's easier to click on your keyboard than your mouse. Now in here, this is the part where you get your gems or crystals. So I usually ignore this part for effective run because you don't need the gold. So first you go a gift when you scroll all the way down, you see this login. Claim. Okay. On celebration. Claim. Okay. And then you go to the gifts. Accept all. Okay. Close. Oh, notice that I didn't let it load properly. I clicked that. So just like, click in the same spot, so it'll close all again. So now you have 9,000 crystals, which is enough for 3 pulls. So you go to recruit. It will ask you, do you want to see the event video or CG? I will be nope, because I'm rerolling. For me, I usually go to others, and then you see there's a 4-star guarantee ticket from the event. So I usually would do this first, simply because I want to know if I will get this girl, Mel. So skip. And nope, I did get one here, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, depending on what you want, Normally, I would recommend always do the premium because you have exact same rates for all the heroes such as Megami, Chris, and Iris. However, for me, I also want the Summer Mel. So this Summer Melissa is the same as this Melissa character-wise, but you cannot use them on the same battle. So if I'm using this on my team, I can't use Summer Mel. But why I do want Summer Mel's costume. That's why I would pull on the Summer banner. According to Discord and other older players, if you strictly meta-wise, you do not want to pull on the Summer banner. So we would all just go premium. Do my summons. Close this so I can see everything. This is the part where I will just click my macro again, so just keep skipping all the next things. So while it's doing all this, usually I'm just like looking down my phone and stuff like that. Okay, so in this example, we're actually having a really bad run because we don't have any of the SS tier or S tier heroes. So usually by this point, if I know this is going to be all trash account, I would stop right now just to save time. But for the sake of having an example, I will keep going. So this is the part where I will go keyboard. I will set play again here, save, so I can click in my example E, and then set up again. Oh, because I still have my macro running, so it's clicking it away. So I will go like this, and then set another hotkey for OK. So I will keep my macro going. Skip. Notice that every time you get a 4-star, which is like the SSR in this game, it will display sort of like a full-size portrait of it. So if it doesn't, that means your poll is pretty bad. So I got another Melissa here. That's good, but I believe I already got one on here, so that's probably a waste. So we have enough for one last poll. Let's do it. If you want to speed this up, you can also just click by yourself. Click faster, like if I click on my keyboard right now, just to speed up the process. But when you're doing this for hours and hours on end, you just get too tired and I just let it run by itself. Okay, I will stop macro.
KONOSUBA!
So sometimes this pops up when you have a certain amount of units, and then it unlocks some stories for you to look and get some gems. But I usually just click ignore it and click watch later. So at the end of the run, I usually go to team, and then use enhance member, and then by default it's sorted by rare. And you can see, so my best one here would be this one with Melissa, but there's only 2 units. Oh, this one actually is better. This is actually decent. You have a Melissa, SS, and an S tier. But if I'm rerolling 8 at a time, I need much better than this. So I don't like all of these. So I'm just gonna go here. Profile. Remove account. Click here. This is where you use the reset account, where I saved before. So reset account. Okay. Okay. And then it will return me to the title screen. So that is generally how one reroll will go. Now that we're all set up, I'm gonna do one run that is with the most effective and least click method. Okay? So starting now, we'll play. Yes. Have to start.
KONOSUBA!
Skip. Okay. Skip. Okay.
KONOSUBA.
Summon. So now I will turn on my macro. Like I said before, if you want this to go even faster, you could just accelerate it 2 times, 3 times. I'm okay with this speed because I could also take a look at the units I have. So I keep track in my mind what units I already have and decide if I want to just abandon this run altogether halfway. This is very important because sometimes I want the maximum amount of SSR. In all of my runs, the highest I've got is 11 SSR out of 40 goals and the tickets. So notice here I'm not stopping the macro. Click OK. Close. Click here. Name. Notice that auto-clicking it will click me out of the input key, but the name will still stay, so don't worry too much about the macro interrupting you. Click OK. Next. Now this is the part where the macro keeps skipping all the necessary stuff, and that is why it's very important for you to set the macro to also close that. Yep. Close automatically, saving me a lot of time and a lot of key press, so my fingers don't hurt when I run this for like 5+ hours. Stop the macro when you see the screen. Click the second tab, scroll all the way down, claim, okay, claim. Here I would just click cross, so I don't have to click OK and cross. Go to gifts, accept all, okay, okay, close. Make sure you have 9K, recruit. I do not want to see this, cancel. And then here you could go straight to the draw or the 4-star depending on what you're looking for. For me, I go to 4-star first because I want both Melissa and her skin. So if I get Melissa in one of these, Q. If I get Melissa in one of these, for example here, I will go straight into the summer banner so I could get her costume as well because they are limited. And for me, I prefer costumes, uniform and stuff rather than meta. Okay. So go premium to draw for Melissa. But in this one where I actually have Melissa, I will go to the summer banner or just on this one. Summon. Okay. Turn on the macro. Oh, I did not accelerate this macro, so let's use this one. Here I'm looking to see the portrait if I see anything good. So I got 2 SSR here, but I don't have Melissa's summer, so I will keep drawing on that same pattern for this guy. So for all of these draws, I'm just gonna keep my macro on all the time. I do not have what I want, so I will go play again and okay. Fairy bat pull. We have next to no SSRs. Just speeding things up, I'm spamming Q on my keyboard as well. You don't necessarily have to do this, but so my last pull.
パーティーメンバーの募集はあちらです。
Oh, this is Summer Mel. So this account I would have both Mel and Summer Mel, which is not that bad. But I also want one of the ST hero with her as well. So just speeding things up. I'm spamming Q on my keyboard. Once it's done, W.
KONOSUBA!
Stop my macro. So every run I would go into team and members just to double check what I have. Because when you're doing this for a long period of time, it gets really tiring, and you might forget what you have. So like this one, it's not as a lot of people would be pretty happy with it. You have 5 SSRs, Mel and Summer Mel. Although I would prefer to have one of the ST heroes with it as well. Some people don't even want this if they just want to play the meta. They would just keep drawing premium and go straight for Mel +1 or Mel +2 +3. That's what they're referring it to when you see it on Discord or forums. So in here, nothing that would interest me. Close. Remember?
データの引き継ぎをすれば機種変更をしても続きから遊べますよ。
Rise and repeat. Okay. So that would be the end of this video. I will also list my specs here if you're interested. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you like, please like and subscribe as well. Thank you very much.